6 hot girls and 7 strong men are stranded on a deserted island. In order for human beings to reproduce in an orderly manner, they will decide the only bachelor. They will have to face the happy life of mixed sex. This is a 13-person version of Robinson Crusoe because of a certain dark wolf hidden among them. A group of tourists who should be on a luxury cruise ship but are forced to live the life of a man and a woman. Just a week ago, 13 tourists with special status came to the pier. They were going to be extradited to the luxury cruise ship via a small boat. Everything was fine. Everyone was eating and drinking, laughing and talking. There was no sense that a disaster was about to happen. At that moment, Mark noticed that the captain had not been seen for a long time, so he went to the cockpit to look for him. He wanted to ask when he would be able to board the ship, but when he arrived at the stern of the ship, he found the cockpit was filled with smoke. There was also a burning smell. Sensing that something was wrong, Mark rushed inside, only to see the entire cabin was on fire, and there were also piles of oil drums around. Mark wanted to rush in to put out the fire, but the iron door had been locked. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, Mark immediately returned to the deck. He was about to tell everyone what was going on below, but when he came up, he found that the deck was also burning heavily, and what made Mark feel even more angry was that the captain ran away alone in the yacht. The fire was getting bigger and bigger. Everyone jumped into the water for shelter. Although everyone was able to escape from the disaster, there was even a raft as a floating. But after all, there were too many wolves and too little meat. The palm-sized place could not carry so many people. They could only arrange for the women to go up there for the time being. The men could only slowly soak in the seawater. What's more, they didn't know when the rescue boats would arrive. Whether they can hold out until then is still unknown. At a time when the future of the people was uncertain, a fishing boat came from afar. Seeing hope, the crowd instantly came to life. They quickly stood up and shouted for help. Hope that the other side can see their figures. I don't know whether it was the darkness of the sea in the middle of the night, or the sound of the engine overpowered the people's cry for help. The fishing boat was still moving slowly on the sea. In order to be found in time, Mark could only swim to the other boat as hard as he could, but things turned out to be very unexpected. The fishing boat, which was clearly heading towards the people, turned around inexplicably.